she will assist Aram for conversation. Aram Shahbazyan is a director of Works with My Love. He is a graduate from National Cinematography School of France. He has extensively worked with television and produced many short films. Works with My Love is debut feature film, I think, and it is a story about the passion of a old refugee who want to purchase a car of particular brand, but he does not have money. So this will be, I think, this will be a very touchy and passionate story. Alejandro Guzman is a director of Walking Distance. It is, I think, this is also his debut feature film, and he has also produced many short films which have been screened all over the world. He has also worked with the television, and Joan cast is the lead cast of The Exile, and this is a love triangle of three persons who are forced to share their accommodation, and it is, I think, also the debut feature film of the director Arthur Hughes. Yeah. I'll ask Aram to briefly tell about his work or experiences while making this movie. Julia, please.
Hi, I'm not here as a movie maker. I'm trying to translate. They hired me a minute ago.
Alors, je voudrais dire que, en général, moi, après l'institut, moi, j'ai tourné beaucoup les films documentaires. Et ça, je tourne peut-être chaque jour. À ce moment, moi aussi, j'ai tournage, c'est un long métrage, documentaire, etc. Et many short films, beaucoup court films, court métrage.
You have to give me time. Okay, so he says that he has done a lot of filming since he got out of his school, and he is doing every day, he's shooting every day, but this is his first feature film, but he has done a lot of short films.
C'est très difficile compter ça comme première fiction film parce que j'ai un TV film aussi qui est très connu parmi les Arméniens parce que ce film c'est un drame qui raconte la guerre Karabakh.
It's difficult to say this is his first feature film, fiction film, because he has done a TV movie that is very well known in his country about
Sur la guerre Karabakh.
About the Karabakh War.
Et voilà, c'est toutes mes histoires fiction film. Ça arrive, ce sont en général réelles histoires parce que toujours que je me trouve d'une place où je rencontre les gens qui sont très intéressants. Et voilà, c'est Moscovitch, c'est réelle histoire. Un jour, je tourne un film documentaire au Karabakh et voilà, je trouve un carnet où un monsieur qui a écrit chaque jour comment il ramasse l'argent pour acheter ce Moscovitch.
He says he usually goes to places and meet very interesting people and is taking their history, their stories, and he found among them this man that is sparing money, saving money to buy this Moscovitch car.
Voilà, c'est toute cette histoire. Et d'abord, je voudrais tourner un film documentaire sur cet homme, tourner un portrait. Mais après, je comprends que ce sera mieux tourner une fiction.
He wanted to make a documentary on this story because he found it so interesting, but then he thought it would be better to fiction it, to make a feature.
Voilà, c'est ça.
request Alejandro to briefly tell us about this film.
About my film, okay. At beginning, I was working in another project. I'm like, it was very, that was like 3 years ago, more or less. It was very difficult for me because I'm not very happy with that project, you know. I was in a kind of loop because I'm writing and rewriting, and at the end, I'm not very happy. Okay. So my wife, who is my producer too of this film, told me, why you do, why don't you search another project? Why don't you find another project and left this to rest a little bit time and then you take it again. So I called with my writers friends and they introduced me this girl who her name is Itzel, and he made this wonderful script called Walking Distance, Distancias Cortas. So I read it in the night, and I was falling in love with the story and the characters. So I talked with her, and I say I want to make your movie or your script. And the thing in Mexico, to get the money, you depend of the government. So there is a lot of contests uh, to to to. There's a lot of contests to you can apply, you know, for and then you get the money, you know. So my school when I was a student, they do this contest, you know, every year. And if you won that contest, they pay you all the films, you know. So 2 years ago, I put this project, and I won it, and this is the how I made my movie. So the difficult thing for doing this film was find a character, an actor to to do the Federico part, because the main character is a huge guy who weighs like 200 kilos, and there's no actor with that size. So I don't want to use special effects on special makeup because it looks like strange and rare or funny at that. And I don't like that because I like more realism in the character. So I went to a lot of hospitals to see these people who suffer this illness that it called ¿cómo se llama? I remember it. Joder. Now I remember the name. Se llama mórbido, no, morbid. Okay, no importa. Obesity, morbid obesity. Thank you. Obesity, Mary. I went to a lot of hospitals who treat this illness. It's called morbid obesity. So I talked with a lot of people, you know, with this illness, but they don't convince me because they don't. They got this huge body, but they don't have the charm I need, no, to do the Fede character, no. So one night, my photographer went to this party, and she found this guy whose name is Luke Ortega. He's a musician. He's a drummer of a famous band in Mexico. It's called San Pascualito Rey. And she called me and she said to me, Alejandro, you have to see this guy. I think you can use it for your film. So I went to Facebook and I put his name on it, and I think this guy can works very well for the movie. So I sent him the script, and he answered me like 2-3 weeks after, and he said to me he's very interested to do the movie with me. So we meet us in a coffee shop, and he said to me, I want to do it, but just with one condition, and that condition was I want to compose the music. So I made it a test, a cast test, and since the first take, he was a very, very good actor, very wonderful. So I say yes, and he do my movie, you know. So he's very famous in Mexico. He's very big. He got this very good charm because the people love the guy when you see the film, and he's very good actor. So for me, it was very exciting because this is my first film. This is my first film, and it was his first film too. So I don't know. Más o menos. That's it.
Because you would like to brief about the films.
Me?
No.
Okay. Sorry. Hello, I'm Joan Suau. I'm the main actor of El Destierro, the exile. I don't know if it's the exile, because El Destierro is when you are they put you away from your country, and the exile is when you ask to a country to be there. So I don't know it's the proper translation, but it's okay. El Destierro, it's about 3 people who are obliged to live in a vigilance point in the middle of the mountain during the civil war in Spain, and well, they are like very different people. My part, I'm Theo in the film. I'm a seminarist who has a tough and a very difficult past, and he meets there a countryman and another girl who this man kidnaps to stay with them. She comes from Poland, and she's fighting in the war in the Brigadas Internacionales, international brigades, I think. And they are obliged to be there in that small point and to live together. I met Arturo because I was in theater in a play in Madrid. Norway Today was called the play, and he saw me there, and then he told me to do the film. The experience it's really particular because we shoot the film during a whole year. We needed the exteriors to be plenty winter with snow and so on, and then summer in the same place, and then the interiors. So we shoot it in Avila in Spain, which is very cold in winter, and in Mallorca and Madrid. And it's been a very nice experience, but it's been difficult to shoot it as well.
Now it's open for the question. Please, if anybody has a question, then you can ask about it.
Yeah, hello. My question is towards Aram. You said that initially you thought you wanted to make your film as a documentary film, but then you decided to, you changed your mind and you decided to make it a feature film. Could you please explain the thought process and the decision parameters that made you to this decision?
Euh, j'ai commencé à tourner quelques épisodes comme documentaire. Et voilà, j'ai aperçu comme documentaire, je dois perdre beaucoup de choses. Parce que si vous avez regardé mon film, et si vous devrez regarder mon film, vous aperçu que là-bas, il y a une période soviétique, etc., etc. L'homme qui a perdu beaucoup de choses, c'est une immigrante qui a passé sa vie et un jour qui se réveille et qui a aperçu qu'il a perdu toutes les choses. Et voilà, dans le documentaire, je ne peux dire ça, je ne peux raconter ça. Et voilà, c'est ça le problème que j'ai décidé de tourner ça en fiction pour pouvoir dire toutes les choses, raconter toutes les choses.
He says that he started filming already the documentary. He filmed some scenes, and then he realized that there were some things that he could not show in a documentary, as the process that this character is living, because he has lost a lot of things. So that's why he decided to turn it in a fiction way.
S'il devrait regarder ce film, il a aperçu que là-bas, on raconte une longue période.
If you see the film, you can see that it tells about a long period of time.
Ça veut dire que je raconte une histoire d'un petit homme, une tragédie d'un petit homme qui un jour se réveille a aperçu qu'il a perdu toutes les choses.
He is telling the tragedy of a little man that one day wakes up and finds out that he has lost everything.
Parce qu'après la chute soviétique, il y a une génération qui a personne n'a besoin à ces générations, parce que c'est une génération qui a passé sa vie à l'époque soviétique et un jour se réveille et personne n'a besoin à lui.
It is because during this Soviet period, a lot of people that were useful when the Soviet period was ended, these people found themselves with no use. They were not useful anymore, so they lost everything.
C'est ça. Et voilà, en fiction, je raconte ça, tout ça, c'est Moscovitch. Moi, j'aime pas raconter mon film. Comme réalisateur, j'aime pas raconter mon film. Il faut aller regarder ce film. Mais ce film, c'est l'histoire d'un petit homme qui a perdu toutes les choses. Un jour se réveille et qui a perdu. Et Moscovitch, c'est une métaphore.
He doesn't like to tell about his films, to tell the story of his film. So you have to see it, and he is resuming it as this is the story of a little man that wakes up one day and finds himself with nothing.
So you had the screening in the evening today, I think.
Non, c'est cette période, les années 80,
No,
90, après la chute soviétique. Après la chute soviétique.
pardon, Aram. Il demande si c'est ce soir que tu vas présenter le film. Ici. Tu vas présenter aujourd'hui à 7h.
À 7h10.
Yeah, 7:10.
7:10. 7:10, c'est...
Tonight
Yeah,
he will be
tonight.
there with the film.
Yes, we have blessed. Most of the people have blessed Alejandro, how difficult was to move your lead cast? Because shooting needs a lot of movements also.
What difficult was to find a cast?
How difficult was to move that guy?
To move. Oh, it was very difficult because he was very heavy. But look at the actor. Is he's he's a drummer in a band, you know. So he got a lot of action in a way to say it, no, because he playing a lot. He's he's not like that character. He's not that depressed. Uh, he was he's very he's very respected musician in Mexico City, and he has this charisma and had a lot of job because he's a kind of genius. So in the movie, it looks like he can move. He cost a lot, but in reality, he's acting because he's a very moving guy in a way to say it, you know. So it was not that difficult at time to shoot him, you know. At the end of the shooting, he was tired and a little bit mad because he's not used to be in a set of film, you know. So it was not that difficult in a way to work with a heavy man, you know. There was another guy who teach him to you know all the bad thing on all the good things of being very heavy, you know. So he got this couch to tell him how to walk, for example, because Luca doesn't need, you know, this how do you say baston in English? Baston in English? ¿Cómo se dice baston en inglés?
Baston, cane.
Cane? He in real life he don't need this cane, you know, but his coach yes, so he teach him how to use it and to look more tired than in reality is.
Really, it would be very difficult project for you.
Yes.
And cause in India, those artists have come from the theatre, having the theatre background, are very respected and successful in the cinema. So what is in your country?
I don't know if in Spain the theater actors are that respected, but I don't know. I think that theater gives you the clues to not to be a good actor, but at least to front a role and have more clues to to manage it. In my case, me and my partners in the film, Monica Kowalska, the girl, the actress, and Eric Frances, the other actor, we come from the theater, but we work in television and cinema as well. So I don't know. I think that the more resources you have, the better you can work things out after. But well, sometimes in this case, in El Destierro, for instance, the cold of the environment, it was really cold. It was like we were shooting in 10 degrees negatives centigrades and in winter, and it was very difficult for us and for the whole team, because you are in the middle of a very difficult place, and the main thing that you want to get is to people to understand you when you're talking, because everything freezes and you get like frozen. So well, sometimes you have a lot of things, a lot of clues, but you can use them because the circumstances are against everything. But I don't know.
But unfortunately, now those who have joined other theatre films, they hardly get time to work in the theatre. Would you like to still continue your theatre?
I'm in theater in Spain. I'm in Madrid in a play that we it's been a long time with this play, and I have a new project, a new theater project. So I'm working. I try to work in theater all the time that I can, because I think it's important and because I like it. So, well, I wanted to say as well that this is the first long film, Arturo's long film. He made short films before that they have been awarded around the world, and this is his first long film. And well, I wanted to add this thing.
Any question, please?
Yeah, my question is to Alejandro. You said that when you saw the script, you fell in love with it. Could you please tell what are the unique features of the script that enticed you and made you fall in love?
Why I'm falling in love with that script?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm falling in love with this script because the characters, you know, they very human, you know. They're not like they they very complex characters, you know, because they have this light side, this this good side for it, you know, and they have this black side too, you know, this darkness. So I love that kind of complexity in fiction character because it's very human, you know. Fede is a loner, you know, and he can talk with people. He can do simple things like you do, for example, no? Because he's very big and very huge. He's like a kind of prisoner of his own body, you know. He can take a shower like a normal people, and he feels very miserable, you know. But in another way, he he got this thing. He wants to live more, you know. He got this capacity to uh, to do something new, to do another thing, you know, to escape from his reality and being a new person, you know, or a better person. So that's the things that's what I fallen in love, you know, with this script, you know.
Is he still 200 kg or could reduce himself?
Sorry.
Is he still 200 kg or reduce himself? Like that character.
Yes, I don't understand. But more slowly.
Your character, you said that he is 200 plus. So still he is same weight or he could reduce
No.
himself?
No. He doesn't still. No, he's more lighter now. No, yes. No, he's not. He don't. He's more thin. You know what to say. He's not that thin, but not that big that we saw in the movie.
I have one more question as a follow-up to what you said. You said that your characters are very complex. So, in your search process for people who can play these characters, especially the lead role, did you look for people whose personalities matched with the characters, or did you? Was that the prime consideration, or was the prime consideration their ability to mold themselves into the role of the character?
Okay. I try to respect the original script that Itzel wrote. So, but Luca has time who I to find this character, because it's very complex. But Luke is a very complex people, a very complex person too, So I have three conditions. One condition, of course, was he was to be a big guy who weighs 2,200 kilos. The second thing I was looking for was he must be very charming, because in the picture the Federico character is always there, all the time the picture Federico was there. And the third thing is he got to be a good actor, So Luca put a lot of his personality in that character. So that with I see in the script make this one only character, But I don't try to change Luca to be the guy in the script, and I don't change much the script to get Luca in there, So I like a fusion. I put it together. So and that's the result. This is your question, part of it. Thank you.
Any other question, please? Thanks, friends. We will meet again at next session. We will at 12 o'clock. We will meet again. We will have some more distinguished personalities with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you to you. Thank you.